This video is about verb tense and will focus on the simple past of Modalverben. What are Modalverben? Modal auxiliary verbs, or Modalverben, are helping verbs. They are paired with another verb in the infinitive, which is placed at the end of the sentence in German. These verbs express an attitude towards an action. That action is expressed by the other verb, the infinitive, in the sentence. One example is, I must, or I have to, learn German. Ich muss Deutsch lernen. The Modalverb in bold is in the second position. The first verb needs the second verb, lernen, in order to show an action, what I must do with German. It is not read, write, or speak German, but rather learn. I must learn German. In the simple past, these verbs function much the same way. For example, I had to learn German. Ich musste Deutsch lernen. The simple past formula for Modalverben is stem minus the umlaut plus te plus the endings. The endings are nothing, st, nothing, en, t, en. In the chart below, in the first category, find the stems of the verbs on the left. Remember, it's not just the stem, it's the stem minus the umlaut because we're finding the stems for the simple past. Pause the video now. You should have dürf, kon, muss, soll, wohl, and an exception, moch. Now we have this simple past. So you have your stem, you need to add te plus your endings. We're going to do these for the ich and the RZS forms of the verbs. Pause the video now to try this on your own. You should have dürfte, konnte, musste, sollte, wollte, and mochte. Note the definitions on the right are the definitions of the simple past versions of these verbs. If you need to add endings for the other subjects, you would then do so. Mögen is an exception to the rule. You have to memorize its stem in the simple past. As you noted, the stem for mögen in the simple past was moch. Möchten, which is also a Modalverb, does not exist in the simple past because it is subjunctive. We will learn that later. Below we have 5 examples for you to try on your own. Pause the video and try these. If you did not pause the video, perhaps you want to try one together. The first one is, the children were allowed to play video games. So, to be allowed to is dürfen. What is the stem for dürfen? You should have said dürf. No umlauts, just dürf. The formula is stem plus te plus endings. So we add te and we have dürfte. Our subject is the children. How do you say the children? Right, die Kinder. Die Kinder is like they. What's our ending for they? You should have said en, but note that e was in parentheses. You will not need it here since dürfte ends with an e already. So you should have die Kinder dürften. Now we have to play video games. The other verb, to play, will go in the infinitive at the end because that's what Modalverben do. So you have spielen at the end and you have die Kinder dürften Videospiele spielen. Try the rest on your own by pausing the video now. You should have Ich wollte einkaufen gehen. Du konntest Alkohol kaufen. Ich mochte Pizza essen. Wir mussten nach Hause gehen. Some of the examples above have parentheses around the infinitive verbs. For example, ich mochte Pizza has essen in parentheses because it is possible to leave off the infinitive verb if it is obvious. In this sentence, the obvious verb would be to eat. If you liked baking or buying pizza, for example, you would need to state that verb.